Sarah Vine, why did parents leave boys at Michael Jackson's mercy? Daily Mail Online. There are many disturbing moments in Leaving Neverland, the documentary directed by British filmmaker Dan Reed that was broadcast on Channel 4 last night. Amazingly, for example, there's the revelation that the parents of Wade Robson, one of the two men who alleged that Jackson sexually abused him as a child, left their 7-year-old son on his own with the star at his Neverland ranch to go off on a road trip, having spent barely a few hours in the singer's company. And the moment when the mother of Jimmy Safechuck, Hugh Jackson's other alleged victim, describes life in the pop star's entourage with breathless enthusiasm. He flies you first class, you have a limo waiting for you at the airport, it's amazing. This was the point I found myself yelling at the TV. I am sure that was lovely, but did it never occur to you that there might be some kind of agenda going on? A reason the documentary Leaving Neverland makes explosive claims against Michael Jackson, pictured a decade after his death. That said, I am afraid there can be little doubt Jackson's well-documented interest in children, and young boys in particular. Hid a very disturbing truth. The king of pop, the man whom millions idolized for his musical genius, was almost certainly a serial pedophile who skillfully groomed not only his victims but also their entire families. He seduced starry-eyed parents into giving up their precious sons in exchange for a whiff of celebrity and a few nice hotel suites. As the mother of a teenage boy who, like many, loves Jackson's music, it makes my blood run cold. Of course, we don't have 100% proof. But even they are intense, moving and, at times, deeply distressing. The abuse is there is no question in my mind that they are sincere about every word they say. Of course, there is no incontrovertible proof that Jackson had sex with these men when they were just boys, in one case aged only 7. The first half of Leaving Neverland aired on Channel 4 on Wednesday night, in which Jimmy Safechuck left and Wade Robson alleged that Michael Jackson abused them. But there is an overwhelming body of circumstantial evidence that can no longer be ignored. In particular, he chose star-struck children who were in awe of him. He flattered the boys by appearing to prefer their company over anyone else's and gave them a tantalizing glimpse of his celebrity lifestyle. He promised to help. He did this not only with Safechuck and Robson, but also with a third boy called Jordan Chandler, whose parents brought a case against Jackson in 1993, accusing him of sexual battery. At the time, Robson and Safechuck stood up for Jackson, with Robson telling CNN that the sleepovers at Jackson's house were wholly innocent, and Safechuck testifying in his defense. It is this, Jackson's defenders claim, that discredits their testimonies and shows they are just money-grabbing fantasists. But that's clearly. Michael Jackson fans stage a protest outside the headquarters of Channel 4 on Horseferry Road, London, on Wednesday ahead of the airing of the documentary Leaving Neverland. Like so many victims of sexual abuse, they believed Jackson the abuser loved them. And they loved him. In fact, the way in which Jackson seems to have played the boys off against one another is one of the more distasteful aspects of this sordid tale. One of the most poignant moments is when Robson talks about the betrayal of seeing Jackson with his new friend, the child star Macaulay Culkin. He and Michael. Robson's mother describes how the attention from Jackson dried up after Culkin, who has always denied being abused by the star, came on the scene. It broke my heart to see him waiting for that call, she says. After a while, the boys trusted and adored Jackson, believed him when he said they were special. But if this film is to be believed, the awful truth is that they were just toys for him, playthings which he used and abused and then tossed aside once he had grown bored of them. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from Published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.